My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 24th February 2023. The pivot, not only the act but the whole life, the indicative of our reflection. In all religions, there are many religious practices and activities. It is not enough that they are done devoutly, but they must bring about a change in life. No religion lacks some devotional practices and religious obligations. Many perform them faithfully. For sure, prayers, fasting, and almsgiving are practiced in every religion. But the real issue is how much change takes place in their concrete life. Often, their devotion does not correspond to their life. The fidelity, rigor, enthusiasm, and generosity shown in the religious domain often are not seen in day-to-day life. Thus, we see many who donate huge sums in their temples, but are either so greedy or indifferent to the needy. Many are so faithful to their prayers, but are very deceptive toward others. Many are so rigorous in fasting, but are devoid of self-discipline. Their bundles of prayers do not really bring them closer to God. Their fasting does not help them to be pure before God. Their almsgiving does not increase their spirit of sensitivity and compassion. Thus, we see often religious actions fail to groom persons in an intimate relationship with God and steady kindness and justice toward others. Pious practices may abound, but they do not touch and change the spirit, attitudes, and perspectives of the person. In short, religious fidelity may not lead to an authentic life of faith and charity. So, it is no wonder that there are many who believe and perform many things in the religious domain, but do not live a good and holy life. This is where a life of contradiction emerges, and religion and spirituality become shallow and lose their credibility. It is in this context that God is outspoken in both readings. In the first reading from Isaiah, God speaks out his mind that fasting, which fails in justice and charity, is not pleasing and even detestable in his sight. In the Gospel, Jesus indicates that fasting, and for that matter, all religious practices, will lose their value if they do not lead to the presence and intimacy of the Lord, the real bridegroom. They must help us to celebrate his presence and also to regain his lost company if it happens so. And now the imperative for our life. It is the right time that we examine whether our religious practices renew our life and make us more holy and charitable.